Greetings and salutations, everyone, and welcome back to Rimworld Ascension, episode 18. As always, mod list is in the description. I only just now realized that I have been forgetting to say that, so yeah, it's in the description. Make sure to check it out if you wanted to use the same stuff, and let's get into it. So the plan for this episode is we're actually not going to focus too terribly much on research, as we're already getting quite close to the goal. So we're just going to let that run in the background pretty much. We're going to focus on, instead, constructing up these these new buildings for our colonists to inhabit, as well as just other things, potentially expanding the farm a bit, and just trying to get our Psycasters up, finish off the kill box, just things like that. Now, the first thing I'm going to do, because I don't know how I missed this before, is I forgot to put doors on these buildings here. So that could have gone pretty poorly, all things considered. We'll put a couple additional doors onto this storage building so that it can be accessed more. And another thing I was thinking was that this is going to bother me quite a lot, so we're actually going to extend it a bit back, like so. That way it's a little larger and a little less jarring of a turn. I'm also noticing that there is some Legionnaire armor just sitting there. Myers has decided to try insulting everyone, so let us send Calhoun to try to calm him down before he lowers the mood of the colony too significantly. Ah, the armor replaces the parka. That is unfortunate, but is it's a sacrifice we're gonna have to make for survival. Oh, right, we also need to move these 3 graves up here. Let's just unforbid those, so those can be constructed. Once Enbon is done constructing the walls. It's not the highest priority right now, but it's something we can do eventually. I'm thinking we should switch this field over to something. Perhaps tea plants. So we can start growing some tea. That'll, I think, help with the mood boost, as well as I think it has medicinal benefits, so it can help out with that. Apple is now in a sad wandering state. Again, Calhoun. Calm Apple down. Okay, everyone, so I just checked to see how many Neolithic research projects there were, and there were 38. I counted how many we needed, which is half, according to this, which would be 19. We're well over 19. Turns out, in order for this to actually apply, this rule right here, rule B, needs to be set to 1. If I set it to 1, you can see it expects us to be medieval. Now, I could switch that now, but I'm thinking, while we will set it to turn us to medieval, I'm thinking we increase this to about 75% instead of 50. This will allow us to still advance reasonably fast, but won't require us to research all of it. So, turns out that was the problem. So that's been solved. So now we're definitely going to advance either this episode or next episode. As now we don't have to do all of these. We only have to do a few more, seeing as we are already well over the 50% marker. Alright, I'm noticing that we're actually running surprisingly low on our reserve corn, so I think we should set up another field to grow a large sum of corn right here. There we go. So now, we'll have a big field of corn to grow. It'll grow slower than the rest of the crops, as it's not on rich soil, but it will still be done before winter, so we can replenish our emergency food supplies. Forgot to put a door there, so that they can go in between the storage and the workshop quickly. Only put a door here. Overall, we're making good progress so far on the new town we're building. Or I suppose village would be more apt currently. It's more of a village. There we go. Good job, Latch. Broke that ancient pipeline. Gonna need to eventually clean up all the ancient wrecks in our little area here, but that is not the priority. You know what? I think we're gonna attempt to tame the Ripper Hound, as it would be a great addition to our army, effectively. Yeah. Very good against insectoids. And they're also extremely affectionate and loyal, so I think getting a couple of those would be good. As much as I find the idea of having our cat army, cats are not the most effective force to be using for fighting. So, getting Ripper Hounds would be better. And then we can have cats as pets. What is this? Tempting. But I don't think I'm going to do that quest. Ah, successfully tamed the Ripper Hound. Excellent. Now train it to do everything. It's easier to... It is easier to tell them... It's easier to tell them to be trained in here, where you can just do that. Here we go. Get the Ripper Hound all trained up. Anything else on the map? No, looks like that was, in fact, the only Ripper Hound. Ah, looks like the new... Ah, the Scorpion has been researched, and the new laboratory is almost complete. I plan to keep this one, though. I'm just going to build another one over here. So the plan with the keep, or castle, or whatever you want to call it, is that all the couples will live in it, as well as it will have backups for everything. So it'll have its own kitchen, it'll be where the hospital is, its own research room, perhaps even its own little garden over here. That way, should something happen to the rest of the colony, such as a fire or a big raid comes through, we can just retreat into the keep and be relatively safe. But the keep is very limited in its size, so we need external structures for everything that is not immediately going to be required here. Like, the prison is going to get shrunk down significantly in the final construction of the keep. A lot of major break risks notifications keep popping up. It seems like it's mainly just because he has a bunch of small modifiers that just keep going up. Apparently, we also have few animals, which is quite funny, considering this is like the most animals I've ever had in a colony myself. Yeah, it's probably because a lot of them are babies, though. Oh, looks like the workshop's also been finished. Excellent. Alright, well, we will construct a couple more research benches, if I can find them. Am I blind? Am I just missing the research bench? Well, that seems worrying. I'm wondering if there's a mod incompatibility, or if it's that setting I flipped on. Give me just a moment. It doesn't say anything about removing research benches. It'd also be a really weird thing to remove, which makes me think it's an incompatibility with another mod, which could prove to be a problem. Well, we'll have to keep that in mind. Well, in the meantime, I suppose we can... we won't do anything yet. We'll just have empty buildings for a minute. Wait for them to finish constructing all of them. Also, we're probably going to have to move these now, seeing as our colonists are now going to be living closer to that area. So, I don't know where I'm going to put these. I guess I'll put them up here. Actually, no. Don't put it there. Let's just put it right here. Just right there in the area where we've been piling it. Simple, easy, and effective. Just the way I like it. Looks like the housing construction is going along quite well, too. Getting all that done. We are running a little bit low on wood, though, which is honestly really nice to finally have burned through a lot of it. Luckily for us, we happen to live in a very wooded area, now that it's not all burned down by a giant fire that went across the map. There's actually a plentiful amount of wood for us to use. And a lot of it is in the way, so clearing it out will be beneficial. Agir and Maine Coon 6 have formed a bond. Agir named him Max. Well, now we have to make sure Max never dies, otherwise Agir is going to get a huge mood penalty. Speaking of mood, it's nice to see that everyone has, if not great mood, they have at least decent and not gonna have a mental breakdown moods. That's a good thing to see. Keeping people happy is kind of a requirement. Yeah, Agir seems to be having the most mental problems right now. Which makes sense. He was the most recent addition to the colony, so he has a lot of issues. Doesn't look like we can do anything to help with the scheduling, though. And the new storage facility is complete. All that we need now is the roof to be fully installed. But we can begin setting up the storage stockpile well before that. Oop, did not mean to push that all the way out the door. Get rid of that. And just to make it easy, we're just going to copy the settings from that, paste them in here, set priority to normal. And now we have another facility in which we can store all of our resources that we have. Looks like our medicine facility, not medicine facility, hospital storage is getting nice and full of heal root as well. It also looks like we're just about done with Centurion armor. So let's queue up the next ones. We'll do some short ones now. We've been doing a bunch of big ones for a while. I'm noticing that they're not constructing a roof, I don't believe, over this area. Ah! That's right. I still have this area set to no roof. Well, that's simple enough to fix. Just like that. Now they'll construct the roof there again. And Centurion armor has been finished. You know what? Let's see what this does exactly. I'm curious. If this is useful, maybe we can use it later on. Uninspiring. 4 points of research per participant. Well, that didn't really help. And it made everyone really sad, I'm pretty sure. Let's see. Nope. Doesn't look like it did anything. Oh yeah, that's right. They don't like planting because they're ranchers. Well, too bad. Our farm isn't fully established yet. It's gonna take time to get that set up. Also, there's a bunch of medicine just left out here to rot. 34 medicine to be precise. Yeah, the cats will get to it eventually. Ah, and the new housing area is also almost complete. Maybe we will turn these into individual houses, just to help boost everyone's mood up a bit. Don't know. That might be something I do. We also still need to retrofit this to fit what I want from it. But the retrofit's pretty simple. All we're going to do is this, pretty much. Then we just deconstruct this, this, and those. And that will give us the space to put the religious objects. I think they're called reliquies or something like that. I don't know how to pronounce the word, but they can go here, and then this will they'll fit and it'll look nice. We also need to install this. It'll help, and also a lectern. Although the lectern should probably be placed more in the middle, like so. There we go. Oh, you know what I forgot to set up over here? A bathroom. That's what I forgot. And while I could give each and every house its own bathroom, I feel like that would take up a lot of space. I mean, I suppose if we're making them individual houses, then let's just see. So let's say we do cow, because cows will... How much cow wool do we have? Not nearly as much as we have muffalo. Okay, so we'll use muffalo, because it's what we got a lot of. So if we do, like, a muffalo bed, then we just save space for, like, a dresser there, nightstand there, just using those as placeholders, because we don't have the technology for those yet. Then we do hygiene, and we say, like, put a toilet there. And then we could do, like... Actually, we could just do a proper door, like this. And then we could put hygiene water tub. There we go. So then each house could have its own little bathroom. I mean, technically I could make the bathroom even smaller, but it wouldn't really have any functional purpose to be one block smaller. In fact, I think it'd actually be less functional. So that, I think, is going to be the design for the bedrooms. We'll do individual ones with a small living area and a small bathroom to go with it. Hopefully that'll work. If it doesn't, we'll just build like a public restroom. Yeah, let's see. That space is considered average sized, so this will probably be considered small. Hopefully not too small, though. Alright, let's see. It is considered rather tight, but it's not considered cramped, so I consider that a win. Oh, right, we should also probably remember to install some floors in these. I could go with the fine wood floors, but I don't feel like that's going to be super necessary, so we'll just do some, like, basic wooden flooring. And we have finished the pottery research. Now we're working on carvings, then we can do obelisks, and that should be almost enough, if not enough, for us to go to medieval, hopefully. Ooh, a bulk goods trader with a relationship. Wife of Kata and Kin of Man in Black Enbon Pecan. Oh, that's nice. Alright. Well, let's wait for them to approach and then see if they have anything we want or if we have anything they want. Perhaps they'd like to buy some ambrosia. We definitely have enough. Alright, send Calhoun out to go and attempt to trade with them, as he'll get the best prices. And we don't have too terribly much money. We have 472 silver, but we do have a lot of other stuff we can sell in exchange. Let's see. They have more woolly cows we could buy. Interesting. They are willing to buy some of our leathers that we have lying around, so we can get rid of some of the leathers we aren't going to use due to how rare they are. Some of these we just picked up because we just were harvesting stuff. That'll give us a good amount of money from them. Doesn't look like they have too terribly much that would be of interest to us. We can buy some steel off of them. Give them some ambrosia in exchange. Let's see. No, that is definitely too much. A little bit too much. Let's get as much money from them as we can. Alright, about that much. They are 1 silver short, but that is not too terribly much lower. And so with that, we make some money. How much more money is that exactly? That is 993 more silver and 378 more steel. A good addition to our resources. Let's plant another field of healroot when we can. I'd like to get a nice, healthy stockpile of it, seeing as Randy Random likes to give us a lot of plagues lately. Ooh, some cargo pods of apparel. Oh. They dropped right there. There they are. Little lag spike made me lose them. And vagabonds wish for aid. They wish for 70 herbal meds. You want 70? To attempt a life-saving operation. Did your friend lose all their limbs? Because that's a lot of medicine. That's like enough medicine for like a whole colony's worth of medical attention. Well, I don't think anybody would have any qualms with us ignoring them, but well, I feel kind of obligated to. Maybe they can help us out in the future. Maybe they won't. Who knows? But oh no, 70 medicine. We'll still be over 100, and we're growing another huge field of healroot anyway. So it's not the worst thing we could do. So I guess yeah, we'll give them the herbal medicine and just be good people, I suppose. It's not too much, really. There we go. There you guys go. Get your 70 medicine. Ah! The new graves have also been constructed. Excellent. We'll just have Calhoun come down here real quick, deconstruct these graves. Then rebury them where they should go. They've been laying here pretty much since the beginning of this series, unfortunately. So yeah, I doubt they're resurrectable in like any way, shape, or form. But maybe a Resurrector Mech Serum could revive them, but I don't think so. They are not preserved in the slightest. Oh boy, more major break risks. A group of travelers from the from the Bonlean Empire passing by, huh? Any good stats? Is it worth ruining my relationship with them? Definitely not for those. Ah, looks... I didn't even see them finish off this little house over here. So to make things go a little faster, we're just going to blueprint it. And then we can just slap it down to all of these houses. Construct a couple more. If we can put another house like right here, that'll require a road. And put another one like here. And we could do one, I don't know, here. Could put another one somewhere. I suppose we could put one way up here. Like that. There we go. That should be a decent amount more. Then we'll just throw down some plans for the roads, just so that we can have a visual marker. Like that. Road will turn to go to there. Same thing up here. Like that. There we go. Couple more houses. It's gonna need a lot more wood, but luckily we've got a lot more wood. Wood is not something that we lack. Carvings has been finished. Now we're on to obelisks, and that I think is the last slow research. I think that's the last slow research we can do. Or, sorry, not slow, fast. I guess we can queue up Devil Strand, that one's decently short, and Cocoa. Other than that, I don't believe... Yep, no more down there. So that is all the ones I believe I can do down there, and that'll leave only the top ones there. Alright, I think I'm going to leave this episode off here. I feel like this is a good stopping point. We're making a lot of good progress. Finally figured out what was wrong with the research. Although it wasn't really wrong, it was just I forgot to check the settings. So, that was my bad. Making good progress on the habitation area over here. Got the storage area, research, and production areas all finished. The religious building is also making good progress. Expanded some crops, got a lot of medicine. Overall, really good episode. So, with that, I will see you all in the next one.